Okay, we're still going strong. This is video 5 with all of the witnesses. So please go back and listen to the previous 4. This brings us to late January of 2003. There's a gentleman by the name of Lieutenant Xavier Aponte. He is a lieutenant from the investigations unit of the California Rehabilitation Institute near Los Angeles. He had been made aware that there was a recorded phone call made within his institution. Many of us already know that when you are incarcerated, your phone calls are recorded. So there is an inmate by the name of Sean Tenbrink. He is on a call with his brother Adam, who's on the outside, and their call is recorded. Now, this recording is alleged to have captured a conversation between the two men where they discussed the missing woman and that she walked up to Stephen Todd when he was robbing the place and he verbally threatened her. When this is reported to Aponte, he feels like this may have been them speaking about Lacey Peterson, and so he reaches out to the Modesto PD. Now, Lieutenant Aponte first attempts to reach out via the tip line. So he calls Modesto PD via their tip line, and he doesn't get a response. So he calls again. And the second time, an investigator calls him, and they set up this interview between the investigator in Modesto and the inmate, Sean Tenbrink. And they're going to talk via phone, and they're going to interview Tenbrink about what he said in this recorded call, what he said to his brother. Now, once the investigator and Tenbrink are speaking to each other, Tenbrink denies having this conversation at all. He denies having talked to his brother about anybody, including a missing woman, says he does not have any idea who Stephen Todd even is, and he denies the entire conversation took place. Now, Lieutenant Aponte, who is a sworn law enforcement officer, provided 2 sworn statements, one to the defense and one to the prosecution. And in both of those, they do vary slightly. I will say that they do vary. But in both of those, he's very clear that he provided a recording of this call to the investigator from the Modesto Police Department. But the Modesto police say that they never received any recorded call, and that based on their interview with the inmate, Sean Tenbrink, they determined that this phone conversation was not of any merit to their case. Just so we know a little bit about Sean Tenbrink, he was actually, during this time, he was in jail serving a 4-year, 8-month sentence for narcotics. He had been sentenced on July 7th of 2002. So you're talking about 6 full months, almost 6 months before Lacey even disappeared. But he was supposed to be in there for 4 years and 8 months. Apparently, our friend got out early because he was out and then arrested and charged with another felony already by January 20th of 2004. So he'd maybe spent a year for the narcotics felony, and now he's back out. He gets charged with another felony. If we're keeping count, Sean Tenbrink committed 8 felonies in 7 years. And this most recent one, on January 20th of 2004, he was given probation. I had already mentioned Stephen Todd, who was one of the burglars who was arrested for the burglary at the Medina home, even though it was his 3rd felony, and California imposes a 3rd strike rule where you would get a 25 to life for your 3rd felony. Stephen Todd was given 8 years and 8 months, but that's still substantially more than a guy like Sean Tenbrink got for his 8th felony. He got probation. Nobody seems to know why. Now, see, this one's nice and short. That was the last of the defense witnesses. I do want to go back in the next video. I have to do a full 10 minutes on Karen Service. She is the one main linchpin in the prosecution's case. I find a number of things to be wrong with her witness statements. So please come back for that one.